The day Vinicius Jr. and Benzema shined in a crucial match, outplaying Mohamed Salah's team, was nothing short of spectacular. It all went down on the 21st of February, 2023, in a Champions League round of 16 clash between Real Madrid and Liverpool. Playing at home, Liverpool was under pressure to win, banking on stars like Alisson, Van Dijk, Nunez, and their main man Mohamed Salah. On the flip side, Real Madrid, coached by Ancelotti and playing away, boasted a stacked squad with Carvajal, Modric, the wonder kid Vinicius Jr., and Karim Benzema at his peak, hailed as the best player in the world at that time, and it was the perfect stage for Real's strike duo to show Salah who's boss. The match kicked off with high voltage. Right in the first minute, Liverpool set a perfect trap, intercepting a pass in the opposition's defense. It was a golden opportunity for a devastating counterattack with Gakpo, who received a pass inside the box, but in a dramatic slip-up, he slipped and squandered an incredible chance to hit the net. Now, it was time for star player Mohamed Salah to step up. Shortly after, at 3 minutes, Liverpool launched a lightning attack. With Salah making a decisive dash down the right, he showcased his phenomenal game vision by delivering a pinpoint pass to Nunez, dangerously positioned inside the box. As the ball soared towards him, Nunez advanced with resolve, took the pass, and in a moment of sheer brilliance, executed a backheel kick, sending the ball on an audacious trajectory towards goal. This sensational shot caught the opposing keeper completely off guard, bulging the net with a magnificent goal. Liverpool's first goal, a football masterpiece, triggered an explosion of joy in the packed stadium, with the crowd buzzing wildly from the early lead. Meanwhile, at the other end, Real Madrid's keeper, Courtois, displayed immense frustration, shocked by conceding such a spectacular and humiliating goal. By the 11th minute, Liverpool continued to press, with Mohamed Salah getting the ball on the attack and charging into the box with vigor. Breaking past two defenders with his incredible speed, Salah created room to fire a direct shot at goal. However, the shot's accuracy was off, and the ball drifted past the goal line, leaving the Egyptian ace visibly frustrated for missing the opportunity. But Mohamed Salah was determined to make his mark on the match, and that's exactly what happened at 13 minutes when Liverpool intercepted the ball in midfield and launched a quick counterattack. However, this advance was abruptly stopped when a Real Madrid defender managed to intercept and pass the ball back to the goalkeeper. What should have been a routine ball control for goalkeeper Courtois turned into a disaster. As he tried to dominate the ball, it disastrously hit his knee and ended up on a platter for Mohamed Salah. With the ball at his feet, completely unmarked and face-to-face with the opposing goalkeeper, Salah did not waste this golden chance and sent the ball straight to the back of the net. This second goal for Liverpool, scored so early in the game, made the stadium buzz with energy. The crowd of fans exploded with joy, celebrating this crucial advantage that the team had just secured in such an important showdown against a feared opponent. On the other side, the tension was clear on the face of Real Madrid's coach, Ancelotti, who showed visible concern. Meanwhile, a downcast Courtois displayed a look of deep humiliation after this catastrophic error. But Real Madrid had good players like Vinicius Jr. Go, player! Before you keep watching, don't forget to smash that subscribe button on the channel. Around the 20-minute mark, Real Madrid launched a blistering attack down the left flank, with Vinicius Jr. and Benzema orchestrating a rapid exchange of passes, which culminated in the Brazilian striker receiving the ball back inside the area. Even surrounded by several Liverpool defenders, Vinicius showed exceptional skill in creating enough space to set up and fire a devastatingly powerful shot towards goal. The Liverpool goalkeeper stretched to the max in a desperate attempt to reach the ball, but Vinicius' shot was so precise and powerful, hitting exactly the corner and powerfully bulging the net. After scoring, Vinicius Jr. barely celebrated. He ran to grab the ball and quickly restarts the game. This first goal for Real Madrid injected a vital dose of spirit into the fans and players of the team, who were now motivated to turn the game around and seek victory. Moving to the 24th minute, Liverpool launched a blistering attack, with Henderson catching a perfect pass in the area and serving Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian star, with skill, controlled the ball and turned to shoot, but found a wall of Real Madrid defenders. They not only blocked his initial shot, but also neutralized a venomous rebound from Nunez, clearing the danger in a frantic and decisive defense. Around the 30-minute mark, it was Real Madrid's turn to attack, earning a crucial corner kick. Modric stepped up to take it, swinging it across. After a header flicked it on, the ball landed at Vinicius Jr.'s feet. He controlled it and launched a powerful on-target shot towards goal. But this time, Liverpool's keeper, Alisson, was more than ready, pulling off a spectacular save to deny the impressive strike. Vinicius Jr. was determined to keep pushing until he leveled the game. As the clock edged towards 30 35 minutes, Real Madrid regained possession and launched a swift counterattack, with Vinicius Jr. receiving an advanced pass in the attacking half. However, before the Brazilian striker could control the ball, an opposing defender intercepted the pass and played it back to keeper Alisson. Yet Vinicius Jr., with fierce and relentless determination, didn't give up on the play. He pressed Alisson hard, forcing the keeper to fumble the ball and mishit his pass to a teammate. The ball then ricocheted off Vinicius and flew straight into the net. This goal, scored in a completely unexpected manner from Alisson's grotesque error, led Vinicius Jr. to celebrate his second goal of the match exuberantly. Real Madrid's fans erupted in joy as their team equalized the score in a stunning turnaround. On the other side, keeper Alisson wore a look of pure frustration and anger, infuriated by the critical mistake. The night seemed challenging for the goalkeepers on both sides, marked by moments of tension and unexpected surprises. In the final minutes of the first half, Real Madrid mounted a fast attack, with Vinicius Jr. receiving the ball in the box and quickly playing it to the middle, looking for Rodrigo. But just as Rodrigo was about to push the ball into the net, a Liverpool defender emerged at the crucial moment to intercept the pass and send the ball out. Shortly thereafter, the referee blew the whistle for the start of the second half, which kicked off even more electrifyingly. Right at 45 minutes, Real Madrid unleashed a blistering attack, with Vinicius Jr. bursting down the left, skillfully dribbling past the first defender, but abruptly stopped by a foul from the second opposing marker. This foul, dangerously close to the area, promised a moment of tension and a chance for a goal. Luka Modric positioned himself for the free kick and delivered a pinpoint cross into the area. Eder Militão, extremely alert to the play, advanced with determination, positioning himself perfectly and unmarked to send a powerful and relentless header towards the goal. The header was so forceful that the opposing keeper could only stand paralyzed, watching the ball rocket into the back of the net. This third goal by Real Madrid sent the fans into ecstasy, cheering as they watched their team spectacularly turn the game around on hostile territory. At 52 minutes, the drama took over the game when Liverpool launched a blistering attack. Salah on the left passed quickly to Arnold, who crossed the ball accurately into the area. Nunez, in a strategic position, jumped to head the ball but was surprised by Carvajal. The Real Madrid defender, in an intense aerial dispute, used his arm to push Nunez, knocking him to the ground. Near the tumult, the referee watched everything but chose not to call the penalty, ignoring Nunez's protests and letting the play continue, fueling controversy and the indignation of Liverpool fans. Now, it was Benzema's turn to stand out in the game. At 54 minutes, Real Madrid unleashed a sharp attack down the left flank, with Rodrigo and Benzema exchanging a series of quick and engaging passes that destabilized the opposing defense. When Benzema got the ball back inside the area and noticed a clear space to finish, he didn't hesitate and fired a shot directed at the goal. Although the shot was not extremely powerful, it took an unexpected direction as it deflected off a Liverpool defender, completely deceiving the goalkeeper, who could only watch as the ball found its way into the back of the net. This clever goal by Benzema not only extended Real Madrid's advantage in the match, but also made the fans explode in euphoria, hardly believing the impressive turnaround they were witnessing in the opponent's stadium. Meanwhile, the Liverpool players, downcast and desolate, displayed an expression of profound sadness, facing this historic turnaround in front of their own fans. 10 minutes after conceding the goal, Liverpool, seeking a turnaround, won a corner. The ball flew from the corner flag directly into the melee in the area, where it was initially repelled by Real Madrid's solid defense. However, the sphere found its way back to the Reds' feet. Henderson, with a touch of mastery, set the stage for Bajcetic, who, without hesitation, unleashed a rocket toward the goal. The shot, although filled with force, missed its mark, and the ball went out, disappearing over the end line and taking with it the chance to reduce the opponent's advantage. But on the other side was a player named Benzema, who was determined to end the game soon. At 66 minutes, Real Madrid, with Modric commanding the midfield, regained possession of the ball and unleashed an electrifying counterattack. Modric found Vinicius Jr. advancing on the left and quickly sent the ball to Benzema, who was following the play at speed. Upon controlling the ball, the cunning French striker skillfully feinted the opposing goalkeeper, who had come out of his position in an attempt to intercept the pass, leaving the goal completely unguarded. The defenders of the opposing team still desperately tried to block the shot, but Benzema, with the calm and precision that define an elite striker, executed a flawless shot, lodging the ball in the corner of the net. This masterful goal, Benzema's second of the game and Real Madrid's fifth of the match, triggered an explosion of joy, with the reserve players running to hug the French star, while the crowd vibrated together in the stands. Meanwhile, Liverpool's players looked deflated and humiliated, facing a historic defeat in their own stadium and feeling the qualification for the next round of the competition slip further away. With a dominant advantage on the scoreboard, Real Madrid chose to control the game, methodically maintaining possession until the final whistle. Vinicius Jr. and Karim Benzema shone as the undisputed stars of the match, each contributing 2 goals and a decisive assist that were crucial for Real Madrid's historic turnaround. This masterful strategy not only secured the victory, victory, but also left Mohamed Salah and the entire Liverpool team downtrodden, feeling the weight of defeat in a resounding humiliation at their own stadium. The day Vinicius Jr. scored his first goal in El Clasico and showed Messi whose boss was absolutely epic. This went down on the 1st of March, 2020, in a massive showdown between Real Madrid and Barcelona, with both teams battling for the top spot in La Liga. Real Madrid, under Zidane's command, had a stacked squad featuring stars like Courtois, Sergio Ramos, Toni Kroos, Benzema, and a 19-year-old Vinicius Jr. hungry to prove himself on the big stage. On the other side, Barcelona, coached by Setien, had its own set of legends, including Piqué, Vidal, Busquets, Griezmann, and of course Messi, who at the time was considered the best footballer on the planet. It was the perfect opportunity for Vinicius Jr. to shine and make a name for himself in world football. As soon as the ref blew the whistle, the game was on fire. Right from the start, in the 4th minute, the young Brazilian tried to showcase his flair with some bold dribbles down the left wing. But despite his effort, he was quickly dispossessed by a tough defender. Not long after, Real Madrid launched their first dangerous attack, with Marcelo whipping in a deadly cross into the box. Although the ball was initially cleared by the defenders, the rebound landed like a gift at Benzema's feet, and without thinking twice, he struck a rocket first time. But to the frustration of Madrid fans, the shot flew too high, soaring over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Meanwhile, Vinicius Jr. was all over the pitch, showing fierce determination to help his team in every possible way. A prime example came in the 10th minute when he tracked back deep into defense to try and snatch the ball from an opponent. His tackle, though aggressive, was a bit reckless, and the ref wasted no time in flashing a yellow card, proving just how fired up he was for this match. At 14 minutes, Real Madrid capitalized on a blunder from the opposition's keeper, intercepting a pass and launching a deadly counterattack with Vinicius Jr. leading the charge. He skillfully dribbled past a defender inside the box and squared it perfectly for Toni Kroos, who had a golden chance to finish. However, Kroos completely mistimed his shot, sending it embarrassingly high and out for a goal kick. Now, it was Messi's turn to make his mark. At 20 minutes, the Argentine maestro took charge, orchestrating a slick passing play that ended with Jordi Alba receiving the ball on the left side of the box. Alba went for a low cross, hoping to find an open teammate. Messi couldn't quite get to it, but Griezmann, in the perfect position, struck it first time. Unfortunately, his shot lacked precision and rolled out past the goal line, squandering a huge scoring opportunity. Go, player! Before you keep watching, don't forget to smash that subscribe button on the channel. Moments later, Real Madrid responded with a blistering attack, moving the ball quickly until Carvajal swung in a cross to the heart of the box. Vinicius Jr., perfectly positioned, controlled it brilliantly with his first touch, but just as he set himself up for a shot, he was instantly swarmed and taken down by a wall of defenders. Despite being right on top of the action, the ref shockingly waved play on. Around the 28th minute, Real Madrid launched a lightning-fast counterattack, with Vinicius Jr. bursting forward at full speed to chase down a long pass on the right flank before whipping the ball into the center of the box. Benzema, in a perfect position, controlled the pass and set up Toni Kroos, who fired the final shot. However, the accuracy wasn't there, and the ball sailed past the goal line, wasting a golden opportunity. On the other side, Messi was just as eager to get his name on the score sheet. Immediately after, at the 29th minute, Barcelona responded with a blistering counterattack, showcasing some quick passing that ended with Griezmann finding Messi inside the box. Without hesitation, the Argentine star unleashed a powerful shot toward the goal, but Courtois, with sharp reflexes and perfect positioning, pulled off a stunning save, keeping Real Madrid safe. Right after that, Barcelona went for another deadly counter, with Griezmann sending the ball to Arthur in attack. Using his incredible pace, Arthur blew past a defender and charged into the box with real danger. Face to face with the keeper, he aimed a well-placed shot at goal, but Courtois, once again showing his insane reflexes, made a world-class save, keeping the scoreline at 0 and frustrating Barcelona. Vinicius Jr. was also looking to make his mark on the game. At the 36th minute, Real Madrid hit back with a rapid counterattack, led by Vinicius Jr., who exploded down the pitch toward the opposition's goal. As he broke into the box, the Brazilian talent found himself surrounded by Barcelona's defenders, but still went for a shot. It was on target, but lacked power, allowing Ter Stegen to make an easy save and keep the scoreboard untouched. Messi, on the other hand, was just as hungry to break the deadlock. Immediately after, Barcelona built up another dangerous attack, with Busquets showing his insane vision by delivering a perfect pass to Messi in front. The Argentine magician, with a smooth chest control and lightning quick feet, ripped a powerful shot toward the net. But once again, Courtois stepped up with a jaw-dropping save, denying Messi a goal that seemed inevitable. Shortly after, the referee blew the whistle for the start of the second half, with the cameras zooming in on Cristiano Ronaldo in the stands, watching this epic clash. Vinicius Jr. came back from the break even more determined to break the deadlock. Around the 52nd minute, Real Madrid launched another rapid counterattack, with Benzema charging forward before slipping the ball to Vinicius Jr. on the left. The Brazilian speedster took on his marker, stormed into the box, and whipped across into the middle. But Piqué, perfectly positioned, cut it off, denying a clear goal-scoring chance for Real Madrid. Immediately after, Vinicius Jr. tried to spark another attack, passing the ball to Benzema and sprinting into the box to receive it back. However, as he tried to control it, the ball got away from him and rolled out for a goal kick. The frustration on the young Brazilian's face was obvious, showing his disappointment at missing a crucial moment. Early in the second half, Real Madrid was dominating the game, and at the 55th minute, they came inches away from opening the scoring when Isco unleashed a perfect strike from outside the box. But Barcelona had Ter Stegen, who fully stretched out and pulled off an incredible save, keeping the scoreline untouched. Around the 60th minute, Real Madrid pulled off one of the most dangerous plays of the game. Vinicius Jr. kicked things off with a clever dummy, letting the ball roll through to Toni Kroos, who was positioned right behind him. The attack kept flowing with crisp passing until Semedo whipped in a pinpoint, crossed to the heart of the box. Isco, leaping with power, outjumped the defenders and smashed a header straight toward goal. But Ter Stegen, with lightning-fast reflexes, managed to palm it away, while Piqué, fully alert, was right there behind him to clear it off the goal line, denying Isco a goal in what could have been a spectacular moment. As the clock ticked down, the tension kept rising for Barcelona, who were feeling the pressure of the game slipping away. At 62 minutes, Carvajal pounced on a fatal mistake from Ter Stegen, intercepting a poorly placed pass from the keeper and launching a lethal counterattack. He sent in a sharp cross to Benzema, who was perfectly positioned inside the box. But to Barcelona's relief, Benzema's finishing let him down as his shot sailed wide, leaving frustration written all over his face. Meanwhile, Vinicius Jr. was still on a mission to break the deadlock. Moments later, at 63 minutes, Real Madrid fired off another lightning-fast counterattack, with Vinicius Jr. receiving the ball on the left wing. The young Brazilian charged into the box, smoothly dribbled past the first defender, and despite being hounded by opposition players, managed to squeeze a pass to Benzema. Unfortunately, surrounded by a swarm of defenders, Benzema was dispossessed, squandering yet another crucial chance to put Madrid ahead. At 69 minutes, Barcelona finally found an opening to hit back, with Semedo threading a crucial pass to Braithwaite on the right wing. Using his blistering pace, Braithwaite flew past Marcelo and stormed into the opposition's box. Now, face-to-face with the keeper, he went for a direct strike on goal, but Courtois, in heroic fashion, pulled off a stunning save, with a Madrid defender quickly booting the rebound away from danger. But now, it was finally time for Vinicius Jr. to steal the show. At 70 minutes, Real Madrid unleashed a deadly attack through Vinicius Jr., who, operating down the left flank, linked up quickly with his teammates. Then, Toni Kroos, known for his insane vision, slid a perfectly timed pass through Barcelona's defense, finding Vinicius Jr. completely unmarked inside the box. With multiple passing options to his right, the young Brazilian decided to take matters into his own hands. Instead of laying it off, he took full advantage of his prime position and went for goal. Barcelona's defender, Piqué, lunged in with a desperate sliding tackle to block the shot. But Vinicius' strike was so precise and powerful that it blasted past both the defense and the goalkeeper, who could do nothing but watch as the ball smashed into the net. At that moment, the Santiago Bernabeu erupted. The entire stadium was on its feet, jumping and roaring in celebration of an unforgettable goal. Vinicius Jr., just 19 years old, celebrated with pure joy, soaking in every second of the moment. Scoring his first ever El Clasico goal was more than just a personal milestone. It was a statement to the football world, an example of what went down in the 73rd minute when Barcelona tried to build an attack. But Messi, in a rare slip-up, lost the ball, paving the way for a lightning-fast Real Madrid counterattack. Carvajal seized the opportunity, charging forward and laying it off to Vinicius Jr. As Vinicius tried to break into the box, he was taken down by a crucial sliding tackle from Piqué, stopping his run in its tracks. Still, the ball rolled to Kroos, who whipped in a cross, but Barcelona's defense was locked in and managed to clear it, keeping the intensity sky high. Shortly after, Messi found himself with a golden chance to turn the game in Barcelona's favor, receiving a perfect pass as he stormed through the center of the pitch. However, just as he was about to fire off a shot inside the box, Marcelo came flying in with a heroic pinpoint slide tackle from behind, stealing the ball right off Messi's feet and shutting down what could have been a crucial equalizer for Barcelona. As the clock hit 77 minutes, Real Madrid orchestrated a breathtaking attack, kicked off by a stunning backheel pass from Carvajal to Benzema, who quickly laid it back, allowing Carvajal to whip it across to the center of the box. Vinicius Jr., though not in the best position, went for an audacious backheel shot toward goal, but the execution wasn't quite there, and the ball flew wide, wasting what could have been a jaw-dropping goal that would have sent the stadium into a frenzy. Vinicius Jr. wasn't slowing down. He was determined to help his team extend the lead. At the 80th minute, the young Brazilian snatched possession in the opposition's half and blazed forward in a lethal counterattack, sprinting into the box with serious pace. Surrounded by defenders, he tried an ambitious dribble past Piqué, but couldn't pull it off. off, tripping over the center back and bringing an end to what could have been a spectacular play. Just a few minutes later, Real Madrid won back possession in Barcelona's half and launched another blistering counter, with Modric and Benzema exchanging quick passes inside the box. Amid the chaos of Barcelona's desperate defense, Vinicius Jr. regained control, skillfully weaving through defenders. Just as he was about to pull the trigger, one-on-one with the goal, Ter Stegen rushed out and took him down, denying what could have been a beautiful goal. On the other end, Messi, visibly frustrated, lost the ball in the 84th minute and, in a moment of anger, committed a rough foul on Casemiro, leaving him on the ground. The referee wasted no time in showing the Argentine a yellow card, cranking up the tension even further. It felt like Real Madrid was moments away from sealing the win, and that's exactly what happened in stoppage time when Mariano, who had just come on, received the ball from a throw-in and exploded down the right flank at full speed. As he cut into the box, with Vinicius Jr. available as a solid passing option, Mariano went for it himself, rifling a shot toward goal. Even though he slipped at the moment of impact, he still connected with power, beating Ter Stegen and smashing the ball into the back of the net. Real Madrid's second goal sent the stadium into absolute chaos, while Messi on the other side wore a look of sheer frustration and defeat. Moments later, the referee blew the final whistle. This massive win allowed Real Madrid to snatch the top spot from Barcelona in the league and pave the way for their 34th La Liga title. At just 19 years old, Vinicius Jr. put on a sensational display, scoring his first ever El Clasico goal and cementing himself as one of the brightest young stars in world football. The day Vinicius Jr. scored that clutch goal and bagged the title for his team was absolutely epic. It all went down on May 28, 2022 in a face-off between Real Madrid and Liverpool in the Champions League final. Liverpool, led by Coach Klopp, had a squad stacked with talent, featuring players like Alisson Becker, Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold, Sadio Mane, and the Egyptian superstar Mohamed Salah, who was hailed as the team's main ace. On the other hand, Real Madrid, under the guidance of Ancelotti, boasted a powerhouse lineup, including Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Casemiro, Karim Benzema, and Vinicius Jr., who faced the monumental task of filling the shoes of the legendary Cristiano Ronaldo, considered the GOAT! Adding to Vinicius Jr.'s challenges, he was also dealing with shade from his own teammate, like the beef with Benzema, who had told the others not to pass the ball to him, claiming he wasn't playing for the team. This was a prime moment for Vinicius Jr. to shine on the field and prove his worth. The ref blew the whistle to start the match, and it kicked off with high intensity. Just 3 minutes in, Vinicius Jr. grabbed the ball on the left wing and tried to push forward on the attack, but he was quickly boxed in by Liverpool's defenders, who halted his progress and kicked the ball out. By the 6th minute, Real Madrid snagged the ball from Sadio Mane and launched an effective counterattack. Benzema stood out as he moved up and dished a slick pass to Valverde on the right, who pushed forward and whipped in a cross. However, Liverpool's defenders were quick to intercept the pass, thwarting the play. Around the 14th minute, Real Madrid regained possession and sparked a fast break, with Vinicius Jr. catching a long pass on the left wing and sprinting forward. However, Liverpool's defense was on point and alert, managing to surround him and snatch back the ball. Up until then, Vinicius Jr. was finding the game tough. Now, it was Mohamed Salah's turn to make a splash. Right after, at the 15-minute mark, Liverpool launched an attack with a series of passes that sliced through the opposition's defense, ending with Mohamed Salah getting the ball inside the box. But the Egyptian ace couldn't connect well, lost his balance as he shot, and ended up hitting a weak one, allowing the opposing keeper to make the save. Near the 17th minute, Liverpool ramped up the pressure when Sadio Mane got the ball in the box and swiftly passed it to Mohamed Salah. With the ball in motion, Salah fired a first-time shot towards goal. However, Real Madrid's keeper was well positioned and pulled off a top-notch save. Sadio Mane was another Liverpool player itching to show off his skills. Around the 20-minute mark, the Senegalese superstar grabbed the ball and nimbly advanced into the box, slickly dribbling past the first and second defenders to carve out space and unleash a strong right-footed shot toward goal. The strike was so powerful and precise that Real Madrid's goalie had to stretch fully to deflect the ball, which even hit the post and nearly resulted in a goal, thus saving his team from conceding the first goal of the match. Up to that point, Liverpool was clearly the better side in the game. At the 24-minute mark, Real Madrid tried to respond with Vinicius Jr., who received the ball on the left wing and exchanged passes with a teammate before sending what seemed more like a shot than a cross into the area. However, the opposing keeper was well positioned and easily intercepted the ball in the air. Then, at the 31st minute, Real Madrid regained possession in the midfield and launched a counter with Benzema speeding forward and attempting a pass into the box for Vinicius Jr., who was following the play. But Liverpool's defense was well organized and intercepted the pass, thwarting the move. Shortly after, Liverpool went back on the offensive with Alexander-Arnold on the right, who sent a cross into the area. Mohamed Salah, perfectly positioned, Henderson got on the end of it and headed towards goal. However, the Real Madrid keeper was again well-positioned and made a solid save, keeping the scoreline unchanged. As the game remained heated at the 35th minute, Real Madrid launched an attack with Valverde, who, despite being under pressure, managed to execute an excellent long pass to Vinicius Jr. on the opposite side of the field. With the ball at his feet, Vinicius Jr. played a quick 1-2 with Benzema, receiving it back inside the box and attempting to advance by dribbling past opponent. However, the play was halted by a defender who managed to deflect the ball to the back line. At the 39th minute, Liverpool ramped up their attack with Robertson, pushing into the box and passing the ball to Sadio Mane. Receiving it with his back to goal under tight marking, Mane managed to turn and fired a shot toward the goal. However, the shot was deflected out, crossing the back line. On the other side, Benzema was also eager to showcase his skill. Around the 42nd minute, the French star received a superb long pass inside the area, skillfully dribbled past the first marker, and with the goalkeeper by his side, lost his balance and tried to tap the ball to a nearby teammate. Valverde charged in determinedly for the ball, trying to win the challenge against the opposing defenders, and the ball ended up back at Benzema's feet. This time, he didn't waste the chance and drilled the ball straight into the net, scoring what seemed to be a crucial goal. However, as Benzema was gearing up to run and celebrate, he noticed the referee had raised the flag, calling offside on the play and disallowing the goal. The frustration on Benzema's face was visible and palpable. This goal at the end of the Champions League could have meant clinching the title, which now again seemed distant and uncertain. The game was temporarily halted while the VR meticulously reviewed the play to confirm the offside. After a few minutes of suspense and anticipation, the referee finally confirmed that the play was indeed offside. The intensity of the match carried over into extra time, with Real Madrid advancing on the left through Vinicius Jr. He was brought down by an opponent who put a hand in his face, but surprisingly, the ref didn't call the foul. Shortly after, the referee blew the whistle to start the second half, which kicked off even more intensely. At the 57th minute, Liverpool launched a dynamic attack with Mohamed Salah, who exchanged quick passes with his teammates before getting the ball back inside the box. With control of the ball, Salah attempted a direct shot at goal, but his strike was promptly blocked by the opposing defender. Determined, he recovered the rebound and tried another shot, which was again intercepted by the opponent. After this play, Salah protested, claiming there was a handball by the opponents during the act, but the referee dismissed his claims and decided to continue the game. Up to that point, the game was proving extremely tough for Real Madrid, but now was Vinicius Jr.'s moment to shine in the game. Right after, at the 58th minute, Real Madrid initiated a sharp attack on the right with Valverde pushing forward and firing a powerful cross shot. Just as the ball seemed destined to go out of bounds, Vinicius Jr., who was strategically well-positioned and closely following the play, appeared at the perfect moment to receive the ball and skillfully push it into the back of the net. Vinicius Jr.'s decisive goal transformed the atmosphere of the stadium, triggering a contagious euphoria among the fans, who began to jump and celebrate wildly. The substitute players, unable to contain their excitement, quickly left their spots and ran to embrace and celebrate with the Brazilian forward, celebrating the goal that put Real Madrid ahead and closer to winning the Champions League. This moment represented much more than just a goal for Vinicius Jr. It was a real turnaround in his journey. The player, who had faced numerous criticisms and had even heard doubts about his ability to play at Real Madrid, proved his worth by scoring a crucial goal in the Champions League final, solidifying his position as a key player at the most important moment. As the game progressed, the Liverpool players were desperate for an equalizer, fighting aggressively for every ball possession. This intensity resulted in a foul at the 61st minute, highlighting their effort to level the score. Now it was Mohamed Salah's turn to make his mark on the game again. At the 63rd minute, the Egyptian star received the ball on the right and decided to go solo, moving towards the middle and creating space to unleash a powerful and precise right-footed shot towards the goal. However, the Real Madrid goalkeeper was alert and stretched fully to make an excellent save, parrying the ball away. Right after, Salah received a long pass on the right side of the attack, but this time, Vinicius Jr. was positioned defensively to regain possession. However, the referee called a foul on this play, a decision that was promptly questioned by the Brazilian. At the 68th minute, Mohamed Salah received a long pass in the box, but was surrounded by opponents and decided to pass it back to Henderson, who sent a cross to the other side. Diogo Jota met the pass in the air and headed it back across to Salah, who took the ball on the first touch and fired a shot at goal. But again, Real Madrid's goalkeeper Courtois made an excellent save and prevented the equalizing goal. By the 70th minute, it was Real Madrid's turn to attack, with Vinicius Jr. advancing with the ball and trying to dribble past the defender. Despite losing possession and being brought down near the box, the referee did not call a foul. The game remained aggressive, with several fouls being committed, like the one Toni Kroos endured around the 75th minute. On the free kick, Kroos himself delivered a cross into the box, where he found Casemiro unmarked in front of the goal. However, instead of shooting, Casemiro chose to pass the ball, but he did so erroneous, thus squandering an excellent scoring opportunity. On the other side, Mohamed Salah was desperate to score a goal. At the 79th minute, the Egyptian forward received the ball near the box and exchanged passes with a teammate. After regaining possession, he unleashed a powerful shot towards the goal. Along its path, the ball was deflected, which could have complicated the save for the opposing goalkeeper, but it didn't stop him from making an excellent save. A Around the 82nd minute, Mohamed Salah received a superb long pass and advanced into the box, outmaneuvering an opponent and creating space to fire an excellent shot toward the goal. However, Real Madrid's goalkeeper Courtois made yet another spectacular save, preventing the equalizing goal. Following this brilliant performance, his teammates rushed to embrace Courtois in recognition of his stellar performance. Meanwhile, Mohamed Salah expressed his frustration at having wasted yet another opportunity. Right after the previous play, Real Madrid launched into a swift counterattack, with Vinicius Jr. leading the charge and exchanging passes with Kroos and Benzema, who were in support. But when Vinicius tried to receive the return pass inside the box, the opposing goalkeeper anticipated the move and intercepted the ball, preventing the play from concluding. At the 86th minute, Real Madrid organized another attack, with Benzema passing the ball to Vinicius Jr., who advanced into the box, dribbling past two opponents. He attempted to return the ball to Benzema with a backheel pass, but the pass was intercepted by the opponents, thwarting the finishing attempt. In the added time, Real Madrid had a chance to seal the game when Benzema sent a forward pass to Ceballos, who entered the box and found himself one-on-one with the goalkeeper. However, instead of shooting immediately, Ceballos attempted to dribble past a defender who was quickly in pursuit and intercepted the ball. The final minutes of the game were dramatic for both the players and fans of Real Madrid. But when the referee blew the final whistle, there was an explosion of euphoria as Real Madrid clinched their 14th title in the competition. Vinicius Jr. scored the decisive goal of the victory, showing the world that he was ready to take over the position and his commitment to working hard to one day become the best football player in the world.